Hey guys, so today I'm planning on doing a breakfast and it's called Eggs in a Basket, and it's where you get a piece of sourdough toast and then you put an egg in between it, and it's really good and it's really nutritious and I love this. It's so easy to make. These are the things you need. I like to use sourdough bread. If you have like a bigger piece of sourdough bread, that's also really good. That makes it a lot easier. A single egg, a skillet, small one, big one, doesn't really matter. Depends on how many pieces you want. And then just salt and pepper because you want some seasoning on there. Let's get started. Okay, so what you're gonna wanna do is turn on your stove and put it on like a medium-low heat. And I like to spray my pan just because then it makes things easier when I wanna flip my bread. So I'll just give it a little good spray. And that's with cooking spray. Doesn't really matter which kind you use. And then you're gonna take, ooh, I just dropped that. Okay. Take a sizable piece of sourdough or whatever type of bread you're using. And this is just the size that I'm using. And then you just put it right on into the pan. And you're gonna let it heat up. So this is what you're gonna do. Use cooking spray and spray the pan. Makes it easier for the bread to be able to flip. And then from your bread, you take a piece of dough, or bread. Doesn't really matter what kind of bread you use. So what I like to do is before you put it on, to make a hole in the bread. That just makes things easier so that the egg can go in easier. And yeah. And so, like a sizable hole, but you can always use the extra pieces of the bread for like dipping and such. And so this is what it's gonna look like, just in the pan. And now we're gonna take the egg, crack it against the side, open it, and you're gonna put the egg right in the middle of that hole. Remember to throw away your eggshell. Wash your hands because you don't want salmonella. Okay, so now the egg is being heated up. This is what it looks like. It's gonna start to whiten, and that's a good sign. I like to use any type of spatula, whatever works. And let it just sit there for like maybe a minute and 30 seconds. So the egg is gonna start to boil, and you're just gonna take your spatula. It's gonna be a little, there we go. Just plop that right over, and you want to kind of, I like to break my yolk because I don't like it runny. But if you like a runny yolk, it's good to keep it in the form of it, and then you can use these extra pieces of bread to dip in it. So the egg is still on the other side, and what I like to do is take some salt, and my salter is nice, where it is electronic, so you don't actually have to do anything, and take pepper. Okay. Now we're going to flip. There we go. And it's going to be a little brown. That's a good sign. I like mine brown. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Salt. And then pepper. And then you're just going to let that other side go. And then once both sides have been flipped, one side where each are browned, I like to do it a couple more times just so that they're fully cooked through. And this is what your final product should look like. That's one side. This is the other. This one's a bit lighter. That's okay. And it's delicious, nice saltly peppered, and a really good, nutritious, delicious breakfast.